Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Is the sound enough for everyone? Can the last line listen me, hear me? Volume please increase.
Volume is right, probably it should be.
It should not go in my throat, I can't talk now. When a child comes, he knocks the door and we ask, who is there? He says, I am. We are not satisfied with that. I am is who? See? We don't want the truth. We want somebody. And somebody is always miserable. And nobody is never miserable. So, when we ask, who are you? The child tells the truth. I am nobody. But we are so much habituated of becoming someone or the other. Unless we become somebody, we are not happy. And after becoming somebody, we become miserable. See the tragedy? A young boy studied well, good education, good job, living happily. But he is not happy with the happy living. He starts thinking, what a life without a wife. So, he is not happy as a man. So, he wants to become husband. So what is the technique of becoming husband? Live your freedom. See, that's why the word husband. Husband means the one whose hus means smile. Hasi. Band. As a man, we are never miserable. As a husband, fill in the gaps. I don't have the experience you have. If I say something, it will be imagination. If you say something, it will be your sakshat aparokshanubhuti, your immediate experience. Friends, unless we sort out our identity crisis, we shall continue to be miserable, and this is the theme of Bhagavad Gita presented in the first chapter. If we can sort out this identity crisis, there will be no difficulty of any kind. See how it happens. Which father doesn't know what is his duty towards the children? You know, father in Hindi and Sanskrit is called as Pita. But instead of the Pita, Rasva E, if he becomes Pita, all the time liquid spiritualist, he will forget that he has responsibility towards his kids. See, friends. Therefore, when we recognize who we are, there is no doubt about our duties. Which teacher doesn't know what is his duty? Which student doesn't know what is his duty? Which wife doesn't know what is her duty? It is not a problem of knowing. It is a problem of only one thing. Are we aware of what we are at a given period of time? See? Now we are sitting here. I am a speaker and you are listener. This is just an example. I am speaker is the truth. But whether you are listening or not, either you know or God knows, not me. See? So, what are our duties? Our duties are, I as a speaker should stick to the topic and tell you in such a manner that you get convinced. Then I as a speaker is successful. I have done my job. See, I go in this management gossips, many places. And there is one principle which I delivered in one of the management conferences. The principle is, a good manager is the one who will either convince or confuse. See? So I try to follow the second path. Unless we are confused, we are not available. Be very attentive. In Calcutta, many years before, once there was Janmashtami and a huge crowd. And I was standing at the end, just passing by, and they saw me from the dais and gave a call. Our Swamiji has come, we request him to come and give the blessings to Bhagwan Krishna on his birthday. So I crossed that ocean of people, and by the time I came, then that organizer, she told, Swamiji, we have got only 5 minutes. In 5 minutes you tell what Bhagwan Krishna told in Bhagavad Gita and his Leela in Bhagavad Mahapuran in 5 minutes. We want spirituality with a click of a mouse. So when I went there, I said, look here. Everything is a Leela, a sport, a drama. Everything. And therefore, Bhagavad Gita is also a great drama. See, when Arjuna came on the battlefield and he told, Senayor Ubayor Madhye Ratham Sthapayamechyuta, hey Krishna, kindly take my chariot in between the two armies. Be very attentive. Bhagwan Krishna had a choice where to place the chariot. If, imagine, had Bhagwan Krishna placed the chariot in front of Duryodhan, Dushasan, will there be any confusion in the mind of Arjuna? He came with a vengeance, bitterness to kill them. There will not be any problem. But then what is the fun in life? See, if there are no problems in life, life is not there. See, like one old lady, Punjabi lady, asked me this question in Delhi. Swamiji, why God has given so much of pain in my knees? I feel so miserable. I said, look here, Mama, you answer my questions. Why God has given us eyes for seeing? Why God has given us ears for hearing? In the same manner, knees are given for paining. So they are doing their job. See? Kabir ji says, Dukh mein sumiran sab kare, sukh mein kare na koi. Be very attentive. It is such a subtle point, friends. Before I came here, I was in China, Korea, that area, and eating only grass, salads. So I started feeling whether I am a cow or a buffalo. All the time. Or else eat all the animals which I can't. And as a result, all my teeth were stuffed with many things, sticking here and there. So I used to go on removing them by toothpick. And one toothpick somewhere went and broke inside. And I didn't know that. When I came back to Bombay, not Bombay, Raipur I went. And my whole face was swollen and I was not able to even eat properly. But lectures were there. So when the lectures were there, one person I said, beyond the lectures, I will not talk to anybody, please don't come and disturb me. So one person sent a slip. Swamiji, with your dental problem, how do you feel in your lectures? So I wrote back, sentidental. Not sentimental. And as a result, when there was pain continuously, what I did, I went to the dentist. And then he gave local anesthesia and dug everything and took it out. And when it was removed, I was ready to come to this area. If there was no pain, will I ever attend to my tooth? See friends, pain is essential sign of life. If there is no pain in your heart, you will not know when the attack has come and gone, and you are also gone along with the attack. See, pain is necessary, and therefore the Lord gives us pain. So to Arjuna, to give the pain, what the Lord did, he created a confusion. Confusion about what? Who am I? That was the confusion. So when he took the chariot, Bhishmadrona Pramukataha Sarvesham cha Mahikshitam Uvacha Parthavashaitan Sarvan Kuruniti. Of all the people on the battlefield, Bhagavan Sri Krishna took the chariot right in front of Dronacharya and Bhishmacharya. He had a choice. But he has chosen to bring the chariot of Arjun in front of Dronacharya, Bhishmacharya. And there he didn't keep quiet. If he keeps quiet, he is not Krishna. He said, Uvacha Partha, hey Arjun, see, these are the people, your own nears and dears, with whom you had to fight. See friends, dealing with the enemies outside is very easy. It's not a big deal. The real challenge comes in our life when we have to deal with our own nears and dears. See, I went to some Marwadi house, and while I was taking food, that Amma started complaining. It is said there is nothing like free dinner. I had to listen all kinds of things. One person asked me, Swamiji, he is in UK, a psychiatrist. He said, Swamiji, all the people come to you constantly, misery, misery, misery. I know as a psychiatrist, all these patients come with frustration, depression, dejection, and listening to them all the time, I have started becoming a patient. And listening to all these terrible stories of these people, constant complaining, husband is like that, wife like that. Listening so much, don't you get influence? I said, look here, you listen to your patients, is it not? Yes. I said, I don't listen. They talk, I don't listen. They feel relieved. So, Bhagavan Krishna brought the chariot in front of Arjun and said, now look at with whom you are to fight, your own near and dear. So this Marwadi Amma told me, Swamiji, my husband has spoiled my son. So there was nothing that I can talk. So I was eating. You tell him something. So I looked at him. He said, Swamiji, after the breakfast, I'll tell you everything. I said, thanks.